Hello, my loves. I am about to watch the season 1 finale of The Last of Us. I'm feeling very anxious. I do not do well with endings / goodbyes. And I know this isn't goodbye for good. I know there's going to be a season 2, so it's not as bad of a goodbye as it could be, but I am still struggling. This is still very hard for me, and I'm just not ready for it to end. This show has been beyond good, beyond any expectations I ever could have had. And I am just really not ready to say goodbye to these characters, even if it's just until next season. But it's coming to an end whether I like it or not. So let's see what this finale has in store for us. I have no idea what to expect for the end of this season. I have no idea where things are heading now. Just absolutely no idea what I'm in for. I hope that if you've enjoyed watching any of these videos that you'll consider sticking around and joining the family for good. If you haven't subscribed yet, now is the perfect time to go do that and hit that notification bell. And of course, my full-length reactions are available on Patreon. The link is in the description box below. But without any further ado, and whether I'm ready or not, let's get into the finale. Boop! Are we getting an intro scene? Oh, is this Ashley, what's her name? Ashley Johnson? Ashley something? The original Ellie? Oh god. I had unassisted home births, gave birth at home just by myself, like on purpose though. Much better situation than this. Incredible, peaceful, magical experiences. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did she get bit? Oh no, but the baby came out before the baby could get... Yeah, cut the cord, cut the cord! You're really not supposed to do that fast, but in this case, absolutely. How does she get the baby safe before she turns? It's the best moment I've ever experienced. Except for I had water births. I had a birthing pool in my kitchen, so my babies didn't come out all slimy because they got a little bath as they came out. Oh my god, I'm so anxious. I'm sweating so bad already.
It's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
What? Oh, I'm not doing well already. We better go back to that moment. If we've flashed to a different time now and I have to wonder how she got the baby safe, I'm gonna be very stressed out. Okay, we can do this. Oh, we went back, right? Please tell me this is the same place. My palms, I'm so... Oh, hi, Marlene! So was Marlene hunting Ellie's mom?
Anna?
I wish I remembered how long she had a bite in the leg. That was like right by an artery, kind of, though. It was like the inner leg. I wonder if that matters at all.
It's not your fault. We were delayed getting out of the zone.
Oh, okay.
She's hungry. She needs to be fed, and
She can't breastfeed her. Oh, fuck, why are they doing this to me already?
4. I want you to take her with you to Boston. Find someone to bring her up and make sure that she's safe. I can't do that. And I want you to give her this.
Oh, it's the knife!
Her name is Ellie.
Fuck.
I can't. How long have we known each other? So you pick her up right now. And then you kill me.
I can't kill you.
Please,
No.
please.
Don't make her live as one of those!
Marlene!
What if she's conscious inside for the rest of her life, missing her baby? Just kill her!
Cover her ears.
Oh, God! Oh, fuck. I don't think I'm gonna do well this episode. Oh, fuck.
Ellie,
I'm stressed.
do you hear me?
No? What?
Well, I found this in there. Beefaroni, Chef Boyardee.
Oh, cool.
Have you ever played this? Boggle? It's a word game.
Mm-mm.
If you want to beat me at something, it would be this.
She seems so different already. I wonder if it's because of the trauma of the last episode, or if she's getting anxious because they're getting close and she's worried that her time with Joel is over, or if it's a mix of both. God, my heart is racing. I'm like shaking. That opening scene really fucked me up.
I was thinking maybe I could teach you. I bet you'd be great at it.
Mhm.
You want to learn how to play guitar? Ellie?
Oh, yeah. That'd be great.
It's weird they're going to Salt Lake City. I lived there for a huge chunk of my life.
Actually, this time I was thinking we'd blast our way through that rubble. I found some dynamite in that RV back there.
Really?
No, so we're gonna cut through that building, find a skyscraper, go up and look around. I had you going, didn't I?
He's trying so hard. It's weird they've kind of switched roles, because before Ellie was always, like, trying, and he was kind of closed off, and now they're switched.
If I get you up there, you can drop that ladder down. Maybe we go through that way. Come on, I'll give you a boost. You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Just you kind of seem extra quiet today, so...
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. Did you hear what I...
Yeah, boost. Got it.
He said extra quiet today, not extra quiet, like, lately or since it happened, so I wonder if... I mean, I'm sure she's still struggling with what happened, but I wonder if she's also struggling again because they're getting close and she's getting nervous or something.
Whoa.
Damn it, Ellie! Shh! You stay there!
You gotta see this!
Ellie!
Up here!
Ellie, slow down, my god! I know, Joel. Kids, man, what the fuck?
Ellie!
Come on!
We need to get Ellie one of those backpack leashes. I've never used those for my kids, but I'd use one for Ellie. Okay, I might have run for that too.
Don't scare it.
I won't.
What are you doing?
It's all right. Come on.
Do you think that's real? No. Yes? No. Yes? I don't really know which guess would make me sound more stupid, but I wonder if they were actually this close to a giraffe. I mean, that wouldn't be too wild, right? There's like zoo giraffes.
So fucking cool.
That would be so
Oh,
cool.
where's she going? Come on, come on, come on, come on!
There was a weird piano chord there. It was like pretty, and then there was just one note that was like... Okay, alright.
So, is it everything you hoped for?
It's got its ups and downs. But you can't deny that view.
Utah is gorgeous.
Look, I don't know exactly where this hospital is.
Yeah, we'll find it.
Sure. It's just... maybe there's nothing bad out there, but so far there's always been something bad out there.
We're still here, though.
I know. I'm only saying there's risk. We don't have to do this. I want you to know that.
What do you mean? What else are we supposed to do?
Nothing. We just go back to Tommy's. We forget about the whole damn thing.
After all we've been through. Everything I've done. It can't be for nothing.
I get where they're both coming from.
I know you mean well. I know you want to protect me. You have. And when we're done, we'll go wherever you want. Tommy's, Sheep Ranch, the moon. I'll follow you anywhere you go. But there's no halfway with this. We finished what we started.
Oh, I'm proud of her and I'm so nervous at the same time. The parent in me is like, no, Joel's right.
Is this a Fedra thing?
No. Army. They put these places up all around. The first few days after the outbreak, emergency medical camps. They had me in one just like this.
With Sarah?
No, she was gone already.
Oh. So what was wrong with you?
Just for this.
The guy who shot and missed. I figured that would have happened later.
Nope. Second day.
Well, I gotta hand it to the army people. They were way better at stitching you up than I was.
It was me. I was the guy who shot and missed.
Tried to shoot himself and he missed?
Sarah died. And I couldn't see the point anymore. Simple as that. And I wasn't scared either. I was ready. I couldn't have been more ready. And when I went to pull the trigger, I flinched. Still don't know why.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
I'm glad that didn't work out.
Me too.
We should probably get going.
Yeah.
Oh, my heart. It wasn't time that did it. Oh, God.
Shitty puns.
Yes, please.
People are making apocalypse jokes like there's no tomorrow. Too soon?
No, it's topical.
Oh, I love this one. Moon rocks taste better than Earth rocks. Why? Because they're meteor.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh,
That's
fuck you. That was actually good.
That's a 0 out of 10.
All right. What did the green grape say to the purple grape? Breathe, you idiot.
That's a 3 out of 10.
7.
Oh my
I'll
God.
give it a 5.
Oh my God.
5
Oh my
out of
God.
10. Ellie!
Up into the fireflies. Easy.
Marlene?
You got hit pretty hard.
Ah!
Patrol didn't know who you were.
Is that good? Can I be happy? Can I be relieved? I feel relieved when I'm scared to feel that way.
Where is she?
We lost half our crew crossing the country. I had 5 men whose only job was to protect me. I still almost got killed. How'd you do it?
It was all her. She fought like hell to get here.
She would have been dead on day 1. You are the one person I never wanted to be in debt to. We all owe you.
Just take me to her.
I can't. She's being prepped for surgery.
Surgery for what?
Our doctor, he thinks that the cordyceps in Ellie has grown with her since birth.
Why is she in surgery?
It produces a kind of chemical messenger. It makes normal cordyceps think that she's cordyceps. It's why she's immune. He's going to remove it from her, multiply the cells in a lab, produce those chemical messengers, and then we can give it to everyone.
Would that make her not
He thinks
immune
it could be
anymore?
a cure, Joel. A cure.
If you're taking it out of her, would it make her not immune?
Cordyceps grows inside the brain.
It does.
Wait.
Find someone else.
There is no one else. We didn't tell her. We didn't cause her any fear. There won't be any pain.
No, you
Wait.
take me to her. You take me to her right now! Oh! Please, you don't understand.
I do. I was there when she was born, Joel. I promised her mother that I would save her child. I promised. So I do understand. I'm the only one who understands. I'm sorry. I have no other choice.
do.
Walk him out to the highway, leave him there with his pack. Give him this.
Is that Ellie's knife?
If he tries anything, shoot him.
I feel like I can't breathe. I can't even. So we just brought Ellie here to be killed?
I didn't hear anyone say stop.
Which way?
Down the stairs.
Oh, I feel like I'm having a panic attack again. What are you gonna do, Joel?
The fuck are you doing? Keep walking. I said keep walking.
Where is she? Fuck you. I don't have time for this.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I feel like I'm in shock. I can't, like, speak or breathe or... Look how stoic and, like... I don't know. Look how... Look at the Joel right here. This sound design with, like, the muffled noises and the music, Oh, please get to her in time. Please don't be too late. Please don't be too late. Please don't be too late. Please. Oh, she's ready. It means they haven't started yet, right?
Unhook her.
Yeah.
How did you get in here?
I said unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Unhook her. Move!
Oh my God.
Turn around.
I'm not doing well. Oh shit.
Can't keep her safe forever. No matter how hard you try, no matter how many people you kill, she's gonna grow up, Joel. How long till she's torn apart by infected or murdered by raiders? Because she lives in a broken world that you could have saved.
Maybe. But it isn't for you to decide.
Or you. So what would she decide, huh? Because I think she'd want to do what's right. And you know it.
She's a child. She can't make that decision. Don't let her make that decision.
We can still find a way.
It's all right. You're with me. Take it slow. The drugs are still wearing off.
It was with the fireflies, and then... What drugs?
They were running some tests on you, and some others. Turns out there's a whole lot more like you. People that are immune. Dozens of them. The doctors, they couldn't make any of it work. They've actually... They've stopped looking for a cure.
Where are my clothes?
Raiders attacked the hospital. I barely got you out of there. We'll find you some new ones on the way.
Are people hurt?
Yes.
Is Marlene okay?
I'm taking us home.
Oh, don't hold that against him.
I'm sorry. You've just come after her.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I know I haven't been talking much in this episode. I'm like not doing well.
Well, she got us close enough. We gotta walk the rest of the way. Probably about a 5-hour hike. But we can manage that. Remember?
Yeah.
Well, Sarah and I used to hike like this all the time. She would have liked you. Not to say the two of you are the same, but definitely different kids.
How so?
Well, she was a lot more, I want to say girly, and I'm not saying that you're not girly.
I'm not.
Yeah, you're not. She had a killer smile. Again, not saying that you don't. But you know why I think she'd like you?
Why?
Because you're funny. I think you would have made her laugh. Anyway, I bet you would have liked her back.
Yeah, bet I would have.
Not much further now.
Hey, wait. Back in Kansas City, you asked me about the first time I killed someone. When I got bit in the mall, I wasn't on my own. My best friend was there, and she got bit too. We didn't know what to do, and she says, we can just wait it out, be all poetic and just lose our minds together. And then she did, and I had to. Her name was Riley, and she was the first to die. And then it was Tess, and then Sam.
That's not on you.
I know.
Look, sometimes things don't work out the way we hope. You can feel like you've come to an end, and you don't know what to do next. But if you just keep going, you find something new to fight for. And maybe that's not what you
Swear
want.
to me. Swear to me that everything you said about the fireflies is true.
I swear.
Okay.
Oh my god, that end? It just ended? That's where it ends? Oh, sorry, I just have to, like, process it that it just ended. Okay. Oh my god. Again, I'm so sorry. I feel like I don't remember talking that much during that episode. Definitely not as much as usual, I don't think. Honestly, it's kind of a blur. So it'll be interesting to watch that back. I think I was just in a prolonged anxiety attack that whole time, which is funny because in one of the other episodes, I can't remember if it was this last one or the one before that or when it was, but at some point I said that I was just having like one long prolonged anxiety attack. And then someone commented saying that's basically what this show is. And, man, this episode was definitely the worst version of that. I think especially just because of the way it started. As a mom, things with kids and babies just really affect me, and any type of show or a movie or anything like that that puts me in a parent's perspective into my mommy brain is going to affect me severely. So this episode was just extremely emotionally intense for me. I mean, starting with that birth scene really couldn't have set me up more for an emotional ride. Just because I can so strongly resonate with those emotions. I have given birth by myself in a room and had that moment with my baby, just me and them, you know, and I just, to see that experience in that context just ripped my heart apart for both Ellie's mom and Ellie, baby Ellie. That was just, yeah, set me up for an emotional ride for the rest of the episode for sure. Especially because it went from that scene putting me in my mommy brain to basically the rest of the episode, Joel's perspective of things putting me in my mommy brain. And I just, it was just a lot, guys. I know that I let myself get a little too carried away with shows and movies sometimes, and I really wish that in the thick of it I could just, like, remind myself that it is not real, but I don't know, I can't help it. That's just how I am when I watch stuff. I just get swept away into it, and I just feel everything, and I mean, if it's good, I guess there have been some things that I definitely did not get swept away by, but hopefully you get what I'm saying. So, all that to say, I'm sorry for not speaking as much in this reaction video. I was barely surviving. But now that my heart rate is coming back down and I'm no longer violently shaking and I can breathe a little bit easier, let's discuss. So it seemed like at the beginning of the episode we had a slight time jump. I'm not sure how long. I don't think it said unless I missed it. But it seems like at least a little bit of time had passed. Joel was completely healed. They had made it to Salt Lake. It was heartbreaking to see Ellie as subdued and quiet as she was. I wish I had a little bit more to go on in terms of figuring out what was going on with her. I mean, there's plenty that I'm sure was going on with her. Again, I'm sure she was still reeling from all of the trauma she had been through. I know that she was struggling with everything that had just built up over the course of this season. But I don't know, I wouldn't have minded a little bit more insight into where Joel and Ellie were personally, individually, relationally with each other. I wouldn't have minded a little bit more of a check-in with where they were at, so I could try to understand, like, because when Joel said, "You seem a little extra quiet today," Again, I wasn't sure if it was just because of everything they've been through or if she was getting nervous or what. And I don't know. I guess I just wouldn't have minded seeing a little bit more of how they got from the end of last episode to where they were, you know? I'm not necessarily complaining that we didn't get it. I'm just saying I wouldn't have minded getting it, you know? And I'm not sure exactly where in the episode this happened now that I think about it, but I'm pretty sure it was before they got to the hospital. But when Joel was telling Ellie about what happened and she said the thing about time heals all wounds, right? And he was like, it wasn't time that did it, or whatever he said. I have to go back and find out exactly what he said, but he was basically saying it wasn't time, it was you, or it was, you know, our relationship. Like, guys, I perfect. I'm speechless. It was just such a great moment. I really hope that Ellie heard that, you know? Like, it was just so hard. She seemed so kind of shut down and jaded and closed off in this episode, and it was like Joel was saying a lot of things to her that I really hope were sinking in, but I'm not sure if they were, so hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully she took that to heart. You could just tell that she was struggling so much and was maybe even almost in a similar place where Joel was when he was explaining why he had shot himself and why felt like he was so ready to die. You know, he had felt like he had lost everything, and it was so hard to see a reason or a way to go forward, and he felt ready to die. And I know that Ellie is a really selfless person, and I know that, like, theoretically, in her mind, I'm sure she would be willing to sacrifice herself in order to possibly create a cure. You know, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that at least theoretically, Ellie would have felt that that was right. But going back to what I was saying, it does seem like, at least in her own way, she's at that point that Joel was talking about. And so there's like this layer in the mix where you kind of have to wonder, is part of her willingness to do that coming from her exhaustion with life and her current emotional feeling that there's no reason to live anyways? She's at that place that Joel was at where she doesn't feel the need to continue. You know what I mean? It's like if you were to ask someone who's severely depressed and you were to tell them, hey, you could make the world better if you're willing to die, but they were already severely depressed, and, you know, then, yeah, they may be willing to do that, but you'll never know if they were doing it for the greater good of everybody else, or if you were preying on their depression in order to get them to do that. You know, I'm not sure if I'm making sense, but I'm just going to continue the stream of consciousness. So I just feel like asking Ellie to make that decision when she's lost so much and very potentially in a hopeless state of mind, where if she is in that state, the small glimmer of hope that comes from the idea of not having to do this anymore and also potentially saving everybody else by not doing this anymore, I'm just not sure that that is a fair decision to put on someone, especially a child, because we have to remember that Ellie is a child. Children should not have to make these sorts of decisions. And I know there's the whole one life doesn't matter more than all of humanity line of thinking side of the argument, and I get that, but it's really not a black and white thing, because is a humanity that's willing to murder a child to survive worth saving? I'm not saying it's not necessarily. I'm just saying that it is a very complex topic, and I think it was so well explored by this show. It's one of those topics that you really can argue both sides with very good arguments, and there's just no perfect or right answer. But at the end of the day, if I was in Joel's shoes, I would have done the same thing as him. Which is tough because, I mean, when he lied to her, when she said, do you promise that what you said was true? And then he lied to her, I was a little bit like, because I really don't think it's right necessarily to lie to her. I think that everyone deserves to know the truth about their lives and all of that. And I think that Ellie needs and deserves to be able to trust Joel. You know, she needs and deserves to be able to know that when Joel tells her something, it is the truth. And I'm very, very passionate about that as a parent with my own kids. I really struggle with even like silly lies that most parents don't see as lies, like, you know, the tooth fairy and like that kind of stuff, which like people will, you know, laugh at me for, say that I'm a bad parent for or whatever, but I just struggle with even silly lies because I just believe so strongly that I want my kids to know without a doubt that if I'm telling them something, it is the truth, you know? And I feel very passionate about it. But, I don't know. I kind of, after sitting with it for a couple of seconds, I think that I agree with Joel. I think I would have done the same thing. Specifically because she's a child. I know she's a teenager, but she is still a child. 14 is still so young, you guys. And I just don't think 14 is old enough to, 1, make a decision like that, or 2, live with a decision like that. And I think if Joel would have told her the truth, she would have had to live with that. And so Joel lying to her, while it's not something I'm sure he enjoyed doing, you could see in his face that he did not want to lie to her, guys. But it was him taking that on for her. It was him deciding to live with that, deciding to live with the choice he made. He made the choice to kill everybody and not let them have Ellie. He made that choice and he was going to live with it. He was the one that chose to take her away. So he didn't want her to live with that knowledge that her being alive meant that there was no cure, you know? And the only way that he could prevent her from a life of carrying that truth with her on her shoulders was to lie to her. And I think if I was in Joel's position, I would at least take that lie on until Ellie was an adult. Once she's an adult, then she can, you know, make that choice to sacrifice herself or not for the greater good from an adult brain. But I just really, as a parent, I just don't think it would have been fair to put that decision on her or the consequences of that decision on her. You know, and let's say that she does find out one day that Joel was lying, whether it's by accident or whether Joel tells her the truth one day. I don't know what part 2 is about. I've never played the games. But let's say she finds out one day and she hates Joel for it or, you know, whatever. That's something that he will have to live with. And as, again, if I was in his shoes, that's something I would be willing to live with one day. Because at least I would know I protected my child until they were old enough to make their own decisions. That I carried that so that my child didn't have to. I loved how ruthless Joel was in this episode when he just, like, went dark. I mean, I thought he went dark last episode, and this was just so intense. And just like last episode, I stand by Joel. I get lots of comments saying stuff like, it's so interesting how reactors only have empathy for the people, for the main characters. You know, we can watch Joel kill people and we cheer them on, but then we act like the other people are horrible for killing people. And guys, like, I had a lot of people in the last video comparing Joel to the people from that town or the men specifically, just because we know that he did bad things in his past at some point. Stop it right now. Until we watch Joel try to kidnap a young girl and eat her, stop. I don't want to hear it, okay? And there's a big difference between hunting people down to eat them and kidnap their young daughters and killing them in order to get your child back. Like, very different, guys. Very different. And there's also a big difference between killing everybody in a hospital that's trying to kill your child in order to save your child, and a bunch of people being willing to murder a child without her knowledge, tricking her into being murdered in order to potentially save themselves. Very different things, guys. There's a difference between offense and defense. Plain and simple. Very big difference. And even if there wasn't, I tell you this, I would do evil, vile, atrocious, inhumane things to anyone that stood between me and my children. Without any regret, without any guilt. Okay? If someone took my child and was going to eat them, harm them, murder them, if they took my child, I would do evil things to them. Without a second of doubt. Okay? And I wouldn't feel bad about it. And I wouldn't give a shit about you guys comparing ethics or what you have to say about it. Okay? So, I'm just throwing that out there. I stand by Joel. Period. Anyways, I just got myself all riled up. My heart's going again. I'm not even sure what else to say. That finale flew by. I feel like I've been through an emotional battle. I think this ending was incredible. The only two things I can say, they're not really complaints, they're just things I can say, are one, the first thing I already mentioned was that I wish I wouldn't have minded getting a little bit more Joel and Ellie interaction or something in the beginning just to get my bearings a little bit and get a little bit more emotionally involved with like how they're relating to each other at that point in time. And also, I wish that Joel and Ellie would have ended on a better note. Not to say that I think they should have, like, the ending was right. Like, that made sense for the story and everything, so I'm not complaining. I just, like, emotionally speaking, I feel like Joel and Ellie weren't at their closest in that final scene. You know, Ellie's has this kind of distrust towards Joel because she can sense that something isn't right. Part of her knows that he's lying to her, even if hopefully a bigger part of her is willing to believe it, you know? I feel like part of her knew that he was lying to her, and there was this sense of distrust that she had never had with him before, or at least not in a while, you know? And that just feels kind of rough to watch because it was just so satisfying and heartwarming to watch them grow closer and get this bond, this really close, sweet father-daughter type bond, you know? And seeing them in these moments over the last several episodes where they just could not trust each other more, you know? They could not be more of a team. And to see that relationship development culminate or end in, for now, in this place where there's a hesitancy and an amount of doubt, no matter how small that is, was a hard ending note to swallow. You know what I mean? There's a sadness to that. And I'm actually kind of getting emotional thinking about it, so I'm going to try not to cry here. But, yeah. Just something about the way their relationship shifted, since the last episode was hard. was a little bit hard to witness, and I wish that we would have been able to end the season on a really good note in terms of their relationship. And again, I'm not complaining because this was more accurate. Like, this makes sense. I'm not saying they should have done it differently or anything. I'm just saying emotionally, it's hard not to wish that things were a little different. You know, I hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, I think that's about it for this episode. That's all I can think of in this moment, at least. My mind is a bit mushy, and I have to seriously process this episode, so I'm sure I will come up with other things that I want to discuss and say, so I will definitely leave them in the comments. But yeah, I think for now, that is it for this episode. That's all my mushy brain can think of at this moment. So meet me in those comments, let's chat, because I'm sure as I process and as you guys comment, I'm going to have plenty more things that I want to say. I have no idea where this is going for season 2. No idea. I cannot believe we have to wait. That just severely stresses me out and makes me so incredibly sad. But the journey is not over quite yet. I plan on playing the part 1 game. I'm not going to do part 2 until the show comes out, I don't think. But for now, I'm going to play part 1. I plan on streaming it. I just have to learn how to and figure out all of the logistics, but I plan on playing part 1 and I plan on streaming, so I hope you will join me for that. Also, total side note, but let me know if I should start a different channel for like live streaming and whatnot. I've seen a lot of different channels have a separate channel for their live stuff because I'm assuming it helps protect their main channel in case their live videos get flagged and whatnot. I'm not sure, but let me know your thoughts on that, and also keep a lookout in case I end up creating a different channel for my gaming and live streaming and whatnot. I would also love it if you checked out my other videos. We've done shows like Fleabag, we're doing Orphan Black, we've done Killing Eve, Haunting of Hill House. We've done a bunch of good movies. I'm behind on movies because I had to use a lot of my usual movie editing time in order to fit in this Last of Us series. So hopefully now that The Last of Us is over, I will be able to get caught up on a bunch of the movies that are on Patreon but have not made their way over to YouTube yet, so definitely keep your eye out for that. I also have several really good movies in the lineup coming up, so if you have not subscribed yet, now is a perfect time to go do that, and while you're down there, if you could like this video, I'd be very grateful. Just another reminder that my full-length reactions are available on Patreon. The link is in the description box below. And thank you all for watching. It truly is an honor to have you here. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.